A life of fullness. It's what you and I both want. But are you really living it? Consider King David as an example. King David, who was considered a man after God's own heart, and yet had committed murder and committed adultery and was hated and hunted by the king of Israel, who was shunned by his own family and hid out in caves and for fear of his life. He was a man who lived in fullness. And how is that? Except that his posture before God was one of trust. And think of faith as trust. Think of it like the car that you trust to get you from point A to point B. That God had been reliable to him in the past, and God would be reliable for him in the future. A life of fullness begins and ends in faith. Hebrews 11:1 says that faith is the assurance of things hoped for and the certainty of things not seen. So when we don't see it, we trust. And when we hope for something, we believe that God will come through for us. Are you living with that kind of assurance, friends? Are you living in fullness or something less?